Good afternoon. This is the video newsletter for buysellshort.com for Sunday, August 2nd. Slight update in the market on Friday. This came with a better than expected GDP report. We came in at 1% contraction. Consensus was 1.5%. As I mentioned in the video on Thursday, in my opinion, it was not a surprise that we were going to beat to the upside on the GDP report. We've seen a lot of signs of bottoming action in the economy, and you know, people were still saying, well, the economy contracted by 1%, but we were contracting at a 6% annual rate, and now in a quarter we've gone to a 1% contraction. That's a little bit of growth. And if we follow the path of previous recessions, um, we should be expecting GDP growth over the next couple of quarters, probably Q4 and the first quarter of next year, to come in around 7%. That's what's happened historically since World War II, and there's no reason to expect anything different because right now, as we've been coming out of this and bottoming out of this recession, all the leading indicators so far are following historical trends like jobless claims, unemployment report, etc., etc., etc. Here, right now, we're looking at the Dow 15-minute chart. As you can see, after we had that big breakout out of the rectangle formation, we've kind of flipped into a flag here on the daily chart. Support right now, let's just say 9,080, but really 9K is the level we want to watch here. Once we break, or if and when we break 9,000, we should see a pretty decent pullback, at least the support, and then on the upside we'd be looking for a move to 9,500 to 9,600 over the next couple of weeks. Dow daily chart, as you can see, we're still in this bearish rising wedge. Support right now, like I said, on a break of 8K is the 20-day exponential. That is at 8,800. If you go back throughout this rally that we've had from the March lows, we rarely stray too far from the 20-day exponential without going back to it. About a month is as long as we go before we see some sort of sell-off that takes us down to at least test the 20-day exponential. What we could see happen over the next couple of weeks, as you'll see after the last earnings run that we had in the market for about 2 to 3 weeks, we had that consolidation up and down in a 200-point trading range. We could see sort of the similar thing happen here through the end of August before we get what we expect would be the next, the seasonal sell-off that we see in the Dow and the markets every year. VIX, only reason I'm mentioning the VIX is because the morons on TV continue to talk about it almost every single day. VIX is useless in a market like this. It's the only time it's useful is when fear is very high. We had a lot of talk about the VIX spiking over the last couple of days. Right now, we've got, if you don't know what the VIX is, it's based on puts and call action in the S&P 500. But now the crooks on Wall Street have, options on something that's based on options. And with the new trading strategies like shorting puts shows up as this green thing, it shows volume in the puts when really shorting puts is bullish and shorting calls is bearish. So, the VIX is useless. I know a couple of guys were asking me about it. Right now, don't monitor it, especially when they're hyping it on TV all the time. Let's jump into some stocks plays. CPST, nice breakout on Friday. We should see continuation on this one come Monday. We're looking for $1.20 to $1.34 on this one over the next couple of days. Chart looks very, very nice. Side note though, BCON, this one actually looks ready to break out, but it wasn't looking too good in the first hour on Friday, and that was the reason why I said, let's be a little bit cautious and exit this one. Ended up being the wrong call here, but you can never second guess yourself. When you feel iffy about a play, you exit. You can always rebuy it. Rebuy spot on this one would be a break of the 50-day moving average. That is at 79 cents. CVM, nice little play, big bounce for us on Wednesday and Thursday. Bounce back again on Friday. Chart looks really strong here. This one, stochastics still have some nice upside. ADX remains very, very strong. Would be surprised if we don't see this one spike on Monday. We could see this one make a move to 55 to 59 cents again this week. FTWR, this is another tech play that we're in. It's got a lot of cash, reporting earnings this Wednesday, I believe. Breakout is essentially 50 cents launches this one, and we could see a really big move ahead of earnings this week, especially with the way the chart set up here. Stochastics have retraced back to 50, and we could see a nice early Monday, Tuesday run on this stock. GSX, this is a small oil play. Oil stocks have been on fire because, of course, the Treasury auction is over and the dollar support is gone and the dollar's gone down and oil has gone through the roof. I mean, look at the prices at the gas pump over the last week, up about 10%, at least here in Southern California they are. Target here is a move back to 40 cents with very, very strong support now at 24 cents. But the chart looks really, really good here. We got a positive ADX cross on Friday on the heavy volume, and stochastics and unbalanced volume look very good here for continuation this week. The small oil plays have just been on fire over the last few days. LTXC, this is our cash play breaking out of its cup and handle formation. Should see continuation this week. Again, very little resistance. Once this breaks one, it's off to the races with 25 to 50% upside potential on this one. NVD had a pullback on Friday after the nice pop on Thursday. Really, the stock was at 27, 28 cents all day on Friday, and then right before the close, someone sold, ahead of the weekend at the bid. Should bounce back on Monday, but again, this is the issue with some of these low volume plays. It only takes one or two traders that are impatient to push them back. So again, they remain very small. Our strategy remains buying small positions in a lot of these low volume plays. All we need is one or two of them to go boom, and with the small plays, if we see a little traction on the downside, we're still fine. Those one or two big movers will cover it. Also, what's been happening a lot lately is we see a breakout, pullback, shakes out the weak hands, and then the real move begins to the upside. So let's see if this happens here this week. PRVT is a similar nice big breakout on Thursday, and then volume was very, very heavy, highest volume we've seen in this stock in a year, and then Friday no volume, just no follow through at all. Stops 75 cents on this one. Let's just move our stops higher on this, and we should see, if you can get out of this one flat to even, consider doing it just because of the lack of follow through on some of these plays. We can always rebuy it when it breaks or closes above the 90-cent area. NEXM, another penny stock that we're just sitting in waiting, continuing to tread water before it breaks out. This was the same kind of thing that we saw back in early June, late May, early June, after the earnings run in the market. Pennies rested and then went boom. So let's see if we see the same kind of action again. Again, we've got a few of these plays, and we're going to see how they play out. Sirius, nice breakout on Friday. We've got earnings on this one on Wednesday or Thursday, I believe, in pre-market. This one likes to run into its earnings report, and the chart here looks very, very good. RSI, nice uptrend. MACD, positive ADX cross, looks very, very good. 48 cents sets us free with a target of 55 cents on this one. VG, Vonage, again, these guys also report earnings this week. Breakout is 45 cents. This one actually was trading at 45 cents for a little bit on after hours on Friday, so would be surprised if we don't see traders moving into this one in anticipation of seeing this exact same setup that we saw in the last earnings report. Traders, remember this, whether they bash it or not, you're going to see buyers move into this stock ahead of earnings in anticipation of seeing this spike again. Last but not least, OPTV, nice late day spike on this one. Finally got above and closed above its 50-day moving average. So this one could be ready to go finally. Cash rich play, has a buyout on the table that they turned down. Chart looks really, really good. RSI, strong MACD, positive ADX, stochastics in an uptrend. Break of 140, and this one sees 150 plus in the next few days. So that's it for the video this week. We're going to continue to see this low volume trading environment. Earnings reports, this is the last week of big reports. We're going to see small reports over the next couple of weeks, but the earnings season is drawing to a close, and then we're probably going to see the market trade in a range until August, and then we'll be getting ready for our seasonal sell-off that usually happens every year. But, in this low volume environment, they can push the market either way very easily. We've got an overdue test of the 20-day exponential at 8,800 on the Dow. So, that's it for the video. See you guys in the chat room tomorrow. Goodbye.